Okay, here we are. Okay, let's see.
¿Estamos en directo?
Sí, we are.
5 en punto.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, here we are. Beautiful Artajona. No hay niños viéndonos.
¿Habías anunciado?
Hopefully, yes. Hello, everybody. So it's almost 5 o'clock. Hola. Hola, Mary, and hola, Leslie Arnes. Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Or probably good morning. Are you in the US? Where are you?
¿Hace mucho frío? Pobres.
It's kind of cold in the United States. It's like everybody's like, oh my god, it's a huge storm
Yesterday
today.
I saw on internet 25 degrees.
Below zero. It's like,
Yeah, something like that.
it's way too cold.
Almost like in my village.
Well, is it 5 o'clock already?
Yes.
Oh, it's
5:01.
5:01. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Francisco,
And I am Elo.
and today, hola Jorge,
Hola,
we
Jorge.
are going to be visiting hola Spokane, Washington. Cold
Yes.
weather.
Cold weather, yes.
Hi Debbie, hi Lisa, hi Janet. Hello. So today we're going to be visiting this beautiful village, very small village called Artajona. When we mean small, we mean small.
Really small.
It is less than 2,000 people. It's 1,600. Susie, it's your birthday, or was your birthday yesterday? Happy birthday!
Sorionak.
Soriorak, as we say in Basque. Yay! So, it is 1,600 people. Okay, so it's super small, but has
No, that's not super small. Sorry for that.
Your village is much more
Yes.
smaller than that. You are right. Good morning. So the thing is that this village dates back to the Copper era before Christ, about 2,000, between 2,000 or 3,000
Before Christ?
years before Christ. We have dolmens everywhere around, so there's been human settlements here forever. Okay? The village of Artajona, what we see, what's right behind us, is from the 11th, 12th century.
Yes.
Okay, so it's an amazing fortification. Let us turn around the camera because no, not here, here. Look at this incredible, yay, happy birthday, beautiful fortification. One of the good things about this village, the village of Artajona, is that it's super well preserved. The reason for this has to do because when we became, well, shall we start walking in? When we became part of Spain in 1512, the owner of Artajona, who was the Count of Lerin, Lerin, he was with the Spanish crown. So he said, okay, you can destroy all the castles except mine, all the fortifications except mine, and that's why this is so extremely well preserved. Okay, which is beautiful.
In fact, it is the only one that we have from that time.
Yeah.
The rest of the castles and fortification are a little bit more modern.
Yep. One of the things that it might look a little bit familiar to all of you, it is because here the Hollywood movie Robin and Marian, it was with Sean Connery and Audrey Hepburn. It was filmed in 1976. Okay, so if it looks some familiar, maybe it could be from that. Okay, so if you watched that movie, all of these walls, they were there. Okay. So yes, it's so beautiful. So let's walk in the fortification. As we said, this fortification was from the 12th century. And you have to think that this type of fortified cities, they were constructed before gunpowder, okay? So the thing is that we didn't need to construct very thick walls. We needed to construct high walls, okay, in the city, because we're defending just from catapults. We are not defending out of bombs yet, no cannons, okay? So, well, one of the things I love is this beautiful narrow, super little streets that we have in the village of Artajona. We want to show you the back of these walls. That's why we call it this way. Because the first time I came to Artajona as a tour guide, I was like, it's like big deception. It was like, what the hell is that? And this is how the towers looked back then, okay? So it was only, the defensive part was only the outside part, okay? The inside, as you can see, it is only the bottom part down here. It's where it was constructed, and that is where the soldiers would be living, okay? The other 2 floors, they were just parts of, to watch, to control the enemies, okay? So, hi Andrea. So, really, the construction of these walls, they didn't need to protect the inside of the village, okay?
And it was cheaper because they only need to construct 3 walls instead of 4. It was cheaper too.
So that's one of the great things that we tend to forget. We always think that a castle, the 4 sides of the tower, they have to be constructed. No, they didn't. Normally, there are only 3 sides, okay? And if you see, the other ones are also empty on the back, okay? It was much cheaper and it did the same purpose, okay? We didn't need to do anything else than protect from the outsiders, not from the insiders. Okay, look at these 2. They're here looking at me kind of funny. Están ahí, vamos a sacar, están los 2 así con la cara de... Okay, hasta luego. Okay.
And of course, the 2nd and the 3rd floor.
Hasta luego. So,
It is.
you've never seen that before. Well, by the way, today we have children everywhere around because today is Mardi Gras, okay? It is Fat Tuesday. So it's holidays, and that's why we have kids everywhere around here. Normally, we should have been by ourselves, but today...
we forgot.
We totally forgot about it.
Yes,
I mean,
we
and our
forgot
kids,
that
her son is at home, and my kids are home because it's holiday. Okay, so and remember that tomorrow is Ash Wednesday, so we're beginning to celebrate Easter right now. So it's like, okay, back to the visit. So look at this beautiful view with this dramatic clouds and the sunset. So beautiful. About this fortification that we have here, it is unfortunately we don't have anything preserved from the old castle, because here there was a castle that it was a little bit destroyed, and that circle that kid is going up, it is the base of the big beacon tower, the big watchtower, okay?
Sí, la torre homenaje,
okay, which
la
is
principal.
the highest tower in the village of Artajona. By the way, Artajona, it is spelled A-R-T-O J-O-N-A. Oof, that was difficult.
Too long.
Too long, too many letters.
Yes.
Okay, but one of the great things is, as you can see, the views from here are incredible. I mean, wunderschön. Okay, Mohammed, I'll take it.
From here, we controlled almost all the kingdom of Navarra.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful watch point of all Navarre. So it's beautiful. And as we have always been a Catholic kingdom, okay, you have to think that we have to have a church, okay? And this is the church where we are going to visit right now. We're going to see it from the outside. Okay. It's the church of San Saturninos, San Saturnin, who is the main patron of the city of Pamplona. A lot of people think it's San Fermin, but he's not. San Fermin is this patron saint of all Navarre. And San Saturnino, San Saturnin, it is from, how do you say, the city of Pamplona. So, as you see, this doesn't look too much like a church because it is a huge, huge, huge fortification. It's a beautiful Gothic fortification from the 13th century.
13th century, yes.
Yep. Okay. And here we see the beautiful Gothic rose window. Okay, it's super well preserved. It's incredible that through the years it has been so well preserved. And in the keystone, in the dintel, we're going to show you the story or the death of San Saturnino. Okay, as you see, we have all of these beautiful arches up there. We have.
I can't see anything.
You can see
I
anything
need
with
my
this.
glasses.
And you have all of these super thin and super elegant columns welcoming or pointing all the attention to the dintel of this church, to the entrance of this church. So as you can see, it's divided in two parts, okay? Here, no, the other way. Let me go this way. Here on the top part, we'll go later to that because we're going to start from the dintel, this part down here. All of these doors, normally we start reading them from the left to the right, okay? So San Saturnin, he came here from La Provence in France, southeast part of France. And he's the one who Christianized or baptized all the Pyrenees, okay? All this side of the Pyrenees, starting from Catalonia all the way to here, we have these representations of San Saturnin. In fact, if you go to very close to Barcelona, there is one village called San Sadurní d'Anoia, which is San Saturnino, okay? The same saint, right? We are talking before Milan's edict. Milan's edict, it is the year 313, when the Roman Empire is going to let Christians to start spreading the word of Jesus. But there were a lot of moments where that was not very well seen. So some of these saints, they were captured and they were killed. So here in the dintel, let's see if we can zoom in and let's see. We have how San Saturnin was. Okay, so we start from the left, and here what we have in this image, it is when they capture San Saturnino, okay, the saint. He's captured by the Romans. Hi Dimitri, how are you doing? So good to see you here. Then we have here, second one, he is San Saturnino on the floor, and they're beating him up, okay, they're hitting hard poor San Saturnino. On the next stage, there is a bull, because the Romans, they told him, okay, you need to pay tribute to our saints, our holiness, our religious goddess, gods, and you have to kill a bull. And San Saturnino said, I am not. So they said, okay, so we're going to tie you to one of those bulls that you should have killed, and let's see if your god comes and helps you. If not, you will die. And as you can imagine, he died. And then on the last step, you see him laying on the bed, being buried by the holy people, by the good people. Okay, so there we have in the tympanon, in the dintel, the passion, the death of San Saturnino. And up here, we have a beautiful story. Okay, so in the middle.
It is, do you think it's really beautiful?
Well, it's beautiful. I think it's cool. So here, this gentleman here, the one standing up, is San Saturnino. And on the sides, we have a king and a queen. We'll talk a little bit about, or a lot about those two. But kneeling between the king and the saint, we have this woman, and there is an evil coming out of her ear, because this is an exorcism.
La niña del exorcista.
This is the girl of the exorcist.
Sorry for that.
So, okay, let's see. You have here San Saturnino blessing the girl and the evil coming out of her ear. Here, okay, let me turn the camera around because, oops, no, there we go. No, okay. What's the issue with this? I think is that, let me talk with the two of them. Oops, no, that way. what's the issue with this thing? The exorcism, we don't know if it's just a religious thing or it has to go with the history. The thing is that we're talking here the 12th century, 1200s, 1300s. And it was a moment when the Muslim empire have come into Spain and all Spain has been conquered. So the thing is that what the king that we have up here and the queen, they ask permission or they ask the help of God to clean their kingdom out of Muslims. Okay, so we could say it is an exorcism or it's just a job of trying to get the Muslims out of the crown, out of the kingdom. Okay, so who on earth are these kings? And here we come about the Templars and moments of history which is kind of arrimate. Okay, come closer.
Yes.
So here we have it is King of France, Philip IV, nicknamed as the Handsome, and his wife, Juana of Navarre. A lot of people tend to mistake about Philip the Handsome of the Spanish crown of Spain, okay, and his wife, Juana. They have the same names, and
they were
he has different years, different centuries. I mean,
yes.
we're talking here the end of the 1200s, and the other ones are for 1500s, okay, so totally different people. What's the issue? She is the Queen of Navarre, where we are now. He is the King of France. See?
Yes.
The thing is that this is the moment of the Crusades. It's the moment of the highest power of the Knight Templars. Also, the Kingdom of France has thousands, millions of different battles and wars everywhere around. And the Crown of France owes so much money. So the King, Philip, he doesn't know what to do to get money. And there's one very easy way. Who had money at that time? Two groups of people. One, the Jewish community in France, like in Spain. They were the ones lending money, and the Crown of France they owed a lot of money to the Jewish community. So the first thing he did, Jewish out, and they came here to Spain. Okay? And the second thing, and very important, it was that the Knight Templars, as they were doing all the crusades and making all of those monies in Holy Land, etc., they became very, very powerful. They had a lot of money, a lot of properties, and everything. So the king, he needed an excuse, let's say it that way, to get all the money.
Could be.
Yes. Excuse.
Yes.
Let's put the word excuse. It's much better than say, okay, he was a son of a gun. So what he said, first, he was helped by a minister called Guillaume de Noguret, Noguret.
And don't forget the Vaticano,
okay,
the popes.
and that's it. So between these two, they are the ones who decided what to do. The first thing is they changed the Pope. By accident, the Pope died, and they made by accident, you know.
I mean, that way you say things, yes.
The Pope died.
Things could happen.
Things can happen. There we go. And they put a French Pope leading the church, Catholic Church. It was Clement V. Okay. So these three of them, they are the ones. I mean, obviously Clement was totally guided by the king and Noguret. Sorry, and it was 1307. It was October 13th, 1307, when they said that okay, we need to imprison all the Templars, or as much Templars as we can, because they're doing a lot of bad things. They are
We need a reason for put all these Templars inside the prison.
Okay, and the reason was, first, they did some horrible things, like, for example, dancing on top of the representation of the cross of Jesus Christ.
Terrible
Not a good thing.
Terrible thing.
They were having almost homosexual relationships. not a good thing. And they were also having sexual affairs with married women. Horrible. What was the deal? Especially this third part, it is very tricky because that is the one that is proven that it was true. And what was true is that one of the Knight Templars, he was having an affair with the king's wife, with Doña Juana. Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
Yes,
I love it. It's like, oh my God, drama. So it was October 13th, 1307, when they were all imprisoned. And many of the Templars that they were around France, they had to run away. Helped by Juana, the queen,
From
Navarra, she said, guys, go to my kingdom, Navarre, and I will protect you there. Nobody will touch you. So many of the Templars, they came all the way to here to try to be protected. All the way up to here, it is history. Now is when the legend of Artajona starts. Because it is said that they came here to the village of Artajona with the Holy Grail. Okay? It is said that the Holy Grail stayed here because, it is the kingdom of Navarre. It was protected by Doña Juana, the queen, but also because we have a relic here of the main patron of the village of Artajona. It's a very small image of Holy Mary. It is
really
very small. And that Holy Mary used to go on top of a horse seat, okay? And it went to Holy Land, okay? It went into crusades. And they asked for shelter.
And come back.
And came back.
Yes,
I mean, it is here in the village, in another church, not in this beautiful one. So the thing is that they came here and they asked for shelter in the village of Artajona. It is also said that here in the village of Artajona is where they decided to give or to sell or to trespass all the possessions that they had in Spain, so they would not follow them as Templars, to the Hospitaliers of St. John. Okay, so there's a lot of myth in there. We don't know if it's true, if it's not true, but it's part of the tradition of Artajona. One of the things that we don't know, or we take for granted, or maybe you guys know, it is why we celebrate, or we think that Friday the 13th is a bad luck day. Well, it has to do with exactly this. I have said like 5 times already that the Templars, it was October 13th, 1907. Oh, 1307, sorry. That October 13th was a Friday. Okay, so on a Friday the 13th, it is when the Knight Templars, they were imprisoned, especially the most important master, which was Jacques de Molay, M-O-L-E-Y, okay? And when he was imprisoned, he said, okay, I'm going to put a curse on all of you because God knows that you're getting all of us in prison without a good reason. I mean, it's just for money. And all the people that has taken part in this will die in less than 1 year. And guess what?
And it happens.
So
Yes.
they did. They all
Yes.
died in less than 1 year.
And they suffered.
And they suffered. It was
Yes,
horrible deaths.
It wasn't a good death.
Oh, well,
no?
isn't it? Have you ever found a good death?
Okay.
No, so- No, but yes, they all suffer a lot in their deaths. Okay, so that is why we say that Friday the 13th, it is a horrible day. That's why we're afraid of Friday the 13th. Besides that, I don't know if you know that in Christianism, numerology, the numbers, is a very, very important thing. The numbers in the Bible are repeated continuously. And number 13 in the Bible is repeated in bad moments. For example, things that we know. How many people were invited to the Last Supper?
12.
Plus Jesus Christ.
Yes, plus
13.
13.
That is why, in fact, a lot of people don't say number 13. They say 12 plus 1, referring to the Last Supper. Another thing, if you read the Apocalypse, in the book number 13, it is the one that talks about talks about evil and talks about about evil and the monsters. Okay, so 13 is a huge thing. And also, there's one more thing, that in Judaism, you have to understand that Christianism breathes from the Judaism part of Jesus Christ. In the Kabbalah, the number 13 is also a bad number because there are 13 evil spirits. So the 13 is very, very repeated on the Bible and all of these religious things. So one of the things that we didn't know if we were going to be able to do today or not. We have been in touch with this gentleman that has just shown up and Elle is going to, because we are going to go all the way up there. Okay, we're going to go up the tower. I said that I didn't know if we were going to be able to make it because it's really special what we're going to see. Okay, normally it's closed, but you know, Navarre is super small and everybody knows everybody. So we were lucky enough that I know this guy and he's opening the church just for us. Okay. Muy buenas, Iñaki. ¿Qué tal estás? Muchísimas gracias. Okay, so from now on, this is the part I have not been able to test. I don't know how the Wi-Fi is going to work inside. And I'm going to go up the stairs. So if by any chance anything breaks, please stay with me 1 minute because it's really, really worth what we're going to see. Okay? So here, what we have is a beautiful church. Okay? So check the stained windows. I think they're so cool. And today with the light coming in. If we lose connection, I'll be right back. Okay? So please... Always, Len, thank you so much. I love the light coming in. Well,
they are really modern.
They're very modern, but very beautiful.
And the hot and the cold colors, you know, the hot are
the reds,
yes,
and the blues are the colds.
The
It's gorgeous. One of the things I think is very funky of this church. Okay, if I show you this way, you say, "Oh, perfect." How beautiful all the walls, all the stones. But guess what? The stones are not real. They are painted. Take a look at this. All the stones in here are painted, which is incredible because this is the way they were. Okay, they constructed, but they painted over them to make them look like a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to go up. Tiramos para arriba. Once again, if it breaks, please hold on. Okay, mind the head, everybody. Okay, so we have... Finally, let's see. We finally got to see inside. Okay. Maybe it gets a little dizzy. Oh God. Oh, what happened? I'm getting dizzy. I don't know about you guys. Okay. Jesús, cuánta escalera. Oh. Okay. Ay, Señor, Dios nuestro. Okay. Stay with me. Okay, we're almost here. In fact, we made it. Okay. So, can you guys see us? Is it okay? Good exercise. No para matar. Okay, so we made it. Why did I want to come all the way up here? First of all, because of this. Take a look at all of that. Yes, this church, we were here. Take a look at this beautiful, beautiful sunset. But what makes this special, it is this? Okay, let me come in the middle of the ceiling. You have to think we're on top of a church, okay? Look at this. Well, first, I hope I don't fall. The day our guide died. No, here. Catch a breath, young man. Thank you, Tracy. Isn't it amazing, Diana? So, what on earth is this? Well, it's... Have you ever been up here, Ella?
No, it's the first time.
It's the first time for you too?
Yes.
Hey! Well, as I told you, this is normally not open, so it's a great privilege that we are here. What is
the
this?
first time I came up here.
It's incredible. The thing is that, what is this? Here, as you can see, we are on top of a high viewpoint, and unfortunately, there are no rivers around here. This is a very flat land, and this is a defensive place. So, how do you supply water for the whole village if there are no rivers? Okay? Well, it is a very clever way. It is the construction of this church. This church, underneath the whole church, there's a huge cistern, like a pool, where they would collect all the rainwater coming from this ceiling. So all of these, we can say they're like funnels, getting all the water with these slates of stone. They're slates of stone, they're super heavy, okay? They collect all the water, and through some pipes all around, the water goes to the cistern all the way at the bottom. It's an incredible architectural design. Okay, let me walk on top of this, which is a little scary. But this beautiful, beautiful construction, it is also known as a dragon's skin. Okay, it's the skin of the dragon. Now with all of this, yeah, we're missing Dracarys and all of that. The Game of Thrones issue. It is a huge, 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 beautiful construction. Okay, let me take it from the other side. I am so happy that we've been able to come all the way to here. ¿Te veo de un relajado andando por ahí? No, te ven a ti. He's like, are they looking at you or me? I'm like, you. Oh, God. So, this incredible construction, it is an amazing work of art and architecture that we don't get to see very often. In fact, I have researched a lot about this type of ceilings, and I have not been able to find anyone like this, and especially not anyone. Is it an ancient slate? It is 12th century, 1100s. Yes. So it is in perfect shape, and in fact, the water still comes out. Okay, so if these are the slates, I don't know, you see it collects all the water in there and takes all the water out. You see, there's a little bit of light. Okay, all the water comes out that way. Okay, back then they used to have pipes going into the cistern inside. There's a huge, huge pool inside that, unfortunately, that we cannot see because it still contains water. Yes. So, and it's been raining a lot lately, so there's a lot of water. So, what else can we tell you about all of this? Okay, as Ella was saying,
that what we from here we can see almost all the fortification. We can see the main tower,
okay,
and we can see some of the towers. We are still having 9, but when it was constructed, we had 14, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We only have 9 now.
We only have 9 of the original 14 towers
Yes,
that
and
we had.
what we can see from here, it is the village of Artajona, the place where almost all the people still living.
You researched how many people live up here in the village,
Yes,
the higher part.
Up here we have like 14 or 16 people living, and almost all the houses that we have around are dedicated to the tourism.
Okay, they're like Italian agriturismo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And many of them, they are like segunda vivienda for
Second,
spending the weekend.
yeah,
and
for weekend
things like
houses.
And are a little bit
It's-
expensive if you
yeah.
want to buy one.
Yeah,
it's
here
easy,
the
yes.
houses are super expensive. Up here, okay?
Up here,
In
not
the
down in
other
the
part,
village, yes.
down in the village, it's much, much, much cheaper. But I don't get enough of this beautiful view. Aquí serían el norte. Sí, norte. Okay, so that's north. That would be, on a clear day, we could get to see perfectly the Pyrenees. So those mountains.
I think in that
are
way it is Moncayo, which
Oh,
is
okay.
like the south, no?
So that is what we see right now. It's the north, and those mountains all the way at the back. It is part of the Pyrenees Mountains. Okay, so it's incredible.
And from here we control almost everything around us
Everything around
for
us.
defending the kingdom of Navarra.
So it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. And with this, estamos, no?
I think we are, yes.
So with this, I think we are almost done. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. I am so happy that we were able to come all the way up here.
Yes.
It's been
I'm really happy because it's the first time I
For
can
you.
get up here, yes.
So everybody, thank you so much for watching. As we always say, all of these tours are tip supported. So if you want to leave a tip, we have left a tip jar going through PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. What else? We will see you next Tuesday. From now on, we have decided that as sometimes we do it on Mondays, on Tuesday, on Thursday, we are going to start broadcasting always on Tuesday. If it
At
rains,
least we are going to try.
we're gonna do our best. If it rains, we'll get wet. If it's too sunny, we'll get sunburned. But it's going to be every Tuesday, hopefully always at 5 here, which is 11 there and 8 on the other side. 8 on the other- Yes, 8 West Coast, 11 East Coast, 5 o'clock here in Spain. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day. It's been a
Enjoy
pleasure.
your Mardi Gras.
Enjoy your
If
Mardi
you
Gras,
are in-
exactly.
yes.
If you're in New Orleans,
You're going to be a little bit sad.
you're gonna be sad like everybody around
Like
the
us.
world.
Yeah.
So everybody, thank you very much. We shall see you.
Thank you so much. Eskerrik asko.
Eskerrik asko in Basque. I will see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you. I know. Ooh, sorry.